What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. This is Matt coming to you live 420 on 11/25/2022. So I'm here chill and focused. And when I say chill, I mean like I'm chill, and focused. Um, So I wanted to come on today just to talk about literally being chill, like chill out. It's all good. I'm not here to uh, you know, pretend that I'm something out there that I'm not. I'm just chilling my sweats and hanging out. So I thought I'd talk about focusing on the right thing. So, and the reason why I say that is because I think that we all kind of lose our little mojo here and there because there's a lot of stuff happening in the world. There's a lot of stuff going on. And, we're all focused on our goals and we're all focused on making a lot of money, or we're all focused on getting a relationship, or, maintaining a marriage, or whatever your focus is right now. Right. So I'm going to start focus off with, what are you focusing on so hardcore that maybe you can kind of like shift your focus, especially if it's like a negative, right? So like, let's say that you're focusing on your finances or something like that. Let's not something like that. Let's say you're focusing on your finances, right? Are you focusing on your debt? Are you focusing on your bills? Are you focusing on everything that is going wrong in your financial life? Or are you focusing on income? Are you focusing on what you do have? Are you focusing on not being desperate for income, but just letting things flow? I have noticed in my own life that when I am trying so hard to pay off debt, or I'm scared of money, or I'm scared of spending money, or what have you, I get into this like stressed state, and I get into this, this like lack state, as opposed to being abundant and being full of life, right? So I think it's really important that you kind of always daily look at your life and look at where you're putting your focus. So this week, and especially since like yesterday through today, I've been really focusing on like, all right, like what am I thinking about, right? Where has my focus been in my life in terms of like my finances, my health, my business, my home, my friendships, all that stuff. And I have been looking at how I can change and how I can be better, but also know that like I'm doing as much as I can, and that's okay too. So I'm going to start off with in the F of focus as freedom. And I will write this down. And freedom is F of focus, right? So you have freedom. What does freedom mean to you? I think this is a definition for everybody, and the definition could change on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on an annual basis, right? Freedom means different things for people. Freedom for me just means I enjoy making my own schedule. I enjoy that I can make more money or I can make less money. I enjoy that I can pick to invest myself into certain friendships or not. I have the freedom to say yes to certain things or say no to certain things. I had the freedom to invest into certain seminars or not, right? Like freedom, like that I choose my freedom in choosing to not focus on the debt, but on the income and on the abundance and on the fact that I have the finances that I do, and the relationships that I do, and the family that I do, so what is your freedom? Where are you free? Where could you be more free? Where could you allow yourself to dig deeper into what freedom looks like for you? And then you go into the O of freedom, or of focus, which to me is opportunity. There are opportunities around us literally every single day. So the more that you allow yourself if you're thinking of freedom going into opportunity, they kind of link together, right? So there's opportunities every day. There's opportunities literally every minute, every hour, and it's your reaction to those opportunities. Are you saying, yes, I accept those opportunities, or are you denying those opportunities? And each one of those decisions that you make will either, again, create it. That's where your focus is, right? So are you focused on going forward, or are you focused on staying in like the complacency of where you're at now because you're secure and you feel safe and whatever? Or are you going towards the new opportunities that life is trying to bring to you? That's a big part of focus, right? What are you focused on? And then we go into change. This is a big one for a lot of people. I think a lot of people are terrified of change. And I mean that in you're scared of changing yourself because you get comfortable with yourself and you get comfortable with the friendships that you have. You don't like to be challenged. So you kind of don't like, and that could go back to opportunity, right? Like you might not be going into new opportunities because you're afraid of change. So it's all about focusing on the right thing. If you like where you're at and you don't want to be challenged and you don't want to change, then you stay right where you're at and you keep doing that thing. But I'm going to tell you, as a coach, I'm constantly looking for ways to change because I think it's really, it's good to change. It's good to accept new opportunities. It's good to focus on new things. It's good to allow things in and also allow things to go out. I think a lot of people kind of look at friendships and business and money and all these things in such a linear way. And I think the more that people that can look at all of those functions in life and how they operate, I think the more that you can look at things in a way that is, how do I want to word this? In a way that flows, you will be much less likely to get upset and reactive. Everyone says it all the time, right? It's how you react to things in the moment that changes the course of your life. If you are reactive to things, quick to anger, judgmental all the time, you get very easily stressed out. It will cause your focus to dramatically be impaired. And that goes down to the next to you, which to me is literally you. It's you. It's on you. And that is hard for a lot of people, right? Focus on yourself. I think a lot of people are so focused on outward stuff. They're focused on external reward. They're focused on external validation. They are focused on the wrong thing. When you start to focus on yourself and on how you can do better with the opportunities that you're given, with the freedoms that you've chosen, and with the change that you either take or don't take, right? Those things will easily impact yourself. And it's not to say to be selfish, it's just to say to know who you are, know where you want to go, and also know what your body responds to. Like I can tell you I can tell you from research, right? When your body is in a state of stress, it becomes acidic and your immune system ultimately lowers because your body is scared. It's in a negative space. And when you're in that negative space, you don't know how your reaction to things are much more out of anger and spite and resentment and bitterness, as opposed to when you're in a calm state and you just allow your things to like kind of flow off your shoulder and go with the flow. You'll find that things come and go a lot easier for you. And the last letter for me in focus is S. And I've kind of, this is a weird one for me because there's so many meanings to it. So I'm going to put a couple in there for you. The first one is surrender. The second one, what was the second one? Space. And I think that might have been it. These were all thoughts that I had all day today. So surrender, meaning let go. That's another word for freedom, right? But it's different than freedom, because freedom to me is like you get to choose. I'm going to actually just do this because I think it's way more important. Freedom to me, again, this is the differentiation between the F and the S. Freedom to me is your ability to choose your as a human being, your ability to choose, your ability to do what you are innately connected to, with your passion, your purpose, all of that. And then the surrender, this is where a lot of people are going to go, oh, interesting, I believe. Surrender is letting go. A lot of people have a lot of trouble letting go. They want to control. They want to manipulate everything and everyone, their environment, the people in their environment, all of it. A lot of people get very scared when they're not in control of everything. And if there's one big lesson I can teach you in focusing on the right thing, it's going to sound strange, but focus on letting go. Focus on just being. Focus on not trying to control every aspect of your life, because you'll be more excited and surprised when you see things happen naturally, when you see things kind of just flowing. And it might sound crazy because in our world, everything is controlled. Everything is, we have a schedule, we have a plan, we have this, we have that. And I'm a planner. I love having plans and it's great. But if there's one thing I'm learning, it's also going with the flow and just kind of being and surrendering to just what the world has to offer you today, right? So freedom, your ability to choose exactly what you want to do in your life. Opportunity, there's opportunities knocking every single day. It's your choice to say yes or no. Change, look at yourself, and the C and the U, focus and yourself, go hand in hand. Look at yourself in the mirror. Do you like who you see or do you not? When you look in the mirror and you say, I don't like that mountain of debt. I don't like that I eat like that. I don't like that I sleep past my alarm clock. Oh, this is what it was. Sorry, this is the other S. There you go. I don't like who I am in this moment. I don't like that I hit my alarm clock. And these are all forms of sabotage. So like, that's why these two were so hard for me, because I was like, ooh, we all do this. We do both of these things, right? So that was the C, that was the U. Focus on yourself, focus on how you can change. We're all looking to try and change other people, to save, to fix other people. Guess what? I have tried it. Fixing people does not work. They need to want to change on their own. They need to want to make the investments on their own. You cannot do that for anybody. And this is a lesson I wish I had been taught and learned and honed in on a decade ago. You cannot change or fix anyone. They need to do it on their own, by themselves, on their own account and their own accord. Okay. Surrender to the moment, to where have you ever felt like inside of yourself that you are doing something and you're like, yeah, I don't really feel like I should be doing this, but you just you stay the course because you're not like you are so afraid of doing what you know you should actually be doing, or doing where you know God is leading you. Do you ever feel like that? Because that is you not surrendering. That is you just doing the thing for a paycheck. That is you just doing the thing because someone told you to. But it's not you living the life that you want. It's not living in freedom. It's living in shackles, if you will. You know, you're living on someone else's dime. You're living on someone else's everything. So Surrender, let go of who you think you are, let go of who people have told you are, and just be who you know you need to be, right? And who God is telling you to be. Sabotage. This is a big one, and it's a big one for me too, and it's hard. Sabotage. We do it every single day. We do it all the time. And I brought up the alarm clock because I used to do this, and I just recently changed this habit, and it was really tough at first. It was very I didn't know that what it really did to me, right? Alarm clocks. We all have alarm clocks, most of us anyway. Do you hit the snooze button like 75 times a day because you're like, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired, I'm so tired? Yes, I did the same thing that is wrong with that is that every time that you hit that snooze button and you're pushing your day off and you're pushing your life off, you're basically telling yourself that you're not worth it. You're telling yourself that, A, you probably should have gone to bed an hour earlier, one, just saying, and B, you are sabotaging yourself because then you know you're going to be in a rush later. If you had just woken up when you know you needed to, then you wouldn't be rushing around. Your body wouldn't be in a stressed out state, right? Because we all know, I've been there, literally have been there, and it like every day for like years. And I finally like listened to this book. You should all listen to it. It was called Stop Doing That Shit by Gary John Bishop, I believe his name is. It was amazing. It was one of those books where I was like, oh my gosh, that's sabotage. Holy crap. So stop sabotaging yourself. When you start focusing on the right things and when you start focusing on the things that will make you better, the sabotage goes away slowly. The surrender gets a lot easier because you're focusing on the right things in your life that you know you should be, and you're giving yourself a chance as opposed to sabotaging it, right? As opposed to getting in your own way. And sabotage comes from the past. It comes from who you think you are, who someone told you are, and that's not who you actually are and where you know you need to be going. So stop listening to all these voices in your head. Stop listening to all these people telling you who you are and who you should be. Just be yourself and be exactly who you know you are and who God made you to be. And destiny will fall right in line, right? And if you have faith and if you know that like for example, I'm in debt and am I afraid of it? Absolutely not. Debt gave me the life I have. Debt helped me open a business. I'm not scared of it. Were there times I absolutely was? Yes, 100%. But I'm choosing to now focus on the right thing, which is income, which is changing people's lives, which is helping people get healthier every single day, mind, body, soul, everything. Even though finances, everything, because I'm learning more and more about finances. There are so many people in practice who know nothing about money and nothing about finance. So me even knowing the little that I do, I'm like, how do you not know about this? Let me help you. Let me teach you. I offer way more value in an hour than most people do in their whole life. That to me is a huge win, right? And I'm not scared to say that because I know I'm focused on where I'm going, but also being free at the same time, right? So don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself and invest in your future and take new opportunities. Don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid of letting go. Don't be afraid of letting someone speak into your heart and into your soul if you know when you're around somebody, right? And the energy is just like fire. Ooh, that person right there, I vibe with them. Everyone's all about the vibes, right? When you vibe with somebody, when you're in a room with someone and you're just like, you're my dude, you're my girl, whatever it is, I know. So know that and be around more people that do that for you. And when people are like, when people pull you down, when people that are just there to take something from you, stop being around people like that, because what are you getting from that? Not much. You get a lot of junky feelings, and lack of better word, you get a lot of shitty feelings. You get a lot of feelings of unworthiness. You get a lot of feelings of, judgment. So stop being around people that you know aren't right for you. It's silly to me, right? And I'm not saying it's easy, but I lost a lot of friends in the past 3 years, and that's okay. That's okay. Losing people that aren't right for you is okay, and you just need to be okay with that. Truthfully, you need to be okay with your life changing. If you want a new life, you have to be okay with losing people, and you have to be okay with changing your mind. Your mind needs to change if you want a new life. Just saying. Your mind needs to change if you want a new life. All right. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'm here if you need me, absolutely anytime. And well, not anytime, but you know what I'm saying. Focus on what you know you need to be focusing on, the right things, the good stuff. Get through the pain, get through the hardship. On the other side, I promise you will find success, you will find freedom, opportunity, all of it. All right. Have a great day. Have a great night. God bless you all. Talk soon.